Shout out to Moo420. I love your name, first of all. But second, you recommended me to listen to The Altar by Banks, and I am bowing. Because, oh my god, what an amazing album this was. I've always liked Brain by Banks, but I've never dug deeper into anything Banks related aside from that song. So I do thank you seriously for the recommendation, because I was kind of mind blown. On Gemini feed, the first song, I was very much into the dark production and the dark voice backing her as well. The dark voice that backed her too just gave me the best chills ever. And I picked up on the fact that it was about like a passive aggressive lover who convinced her that other people don't care about her, that conniving little shit. And then they almost got married. Oh my god, I'm so glad she got out of that. There's a line too that stuck with me: follow you around like a dog that needs water. Oof. I like the synthy build up. That was pretty cool. I did add this to my favorites on my second listen. I've listened to this album, I think, like a good 3 or 4 times since the first time that I heard it, so it's definitely stuck with me. Spoiler alert. Fuck With Myself is a bop. Just a complete bop. I thought the instrumental was very calm. It was kind of teasing in a way, like it was just plucking away at our feelings. I favorited the song though, because I fuck with myself more than anybody else. Absolutely, yes. Her significant other doesn't appreciate her, but she's got her own back, and that is the most important thing. Relationship or not, always have your own back. Stand 10 toes for yourself, always. And of course, this is all my favorites because I was hooked on this song as soon as I heard it. Banks' voice sounded amazing on Lovesick. I thought it was a really fitting way, from what I learned so far in the album at this point, for Banks to be admitting like, hey, I've got feelings for you, I kind of like you or whatever. But the song itself is very Rainy Day. This is something that I would have definitely been obsessed with in my younger years as a kid who just found alternative music. I think I really would have fell deep into this song back then. I really liked the first half of Mind Games, but I loved where the song ended up. The beat, and then there was so much emotion in Banks' voice. It's one of my favorites. There's so much power in that chorus. Trainwreck was another favorite that I added to my favorites list. It was very sassy, very punchy, and to be quite honest with you, I was shocked because I did not know that Banks made songs like that. So the list of favorites just kept growing and growing as I listened to the album more and more. I don't know why. There's something that reminds me of Tove Lo on This Is Not About Us. I thought the instrumental was really dynamic. The song itself is kind of simple at the same time. I found myself singing along to it before the song was over. Those deeper backing vocals that just follow her around throughout the album were very interesting. Compliments her very well. I felt like for some reason it reminded me also of A$AP Rocky and how he's got his deeper voice going on every now and again too, like in terms of backing vocals. Weaker Girl. Weaker Girl. That one. That is the one. The title of the song already interested me before I even heard it. I think you need a weaker girl. The lyrics just go off. She's like, bitch, you thought? She said, I'm not the one. And that is why the song was on my favorites, no hesitation. And I love the instrumental. Was that a guitar or a bass that was going off like that? I have to listen to it again, but I just obsessed, in love, completely. The takeaway line from this album for me, I'm gonna need a bad motherfucker like me. That is it. This person needs somebody that they can control, and she's not with it at all. And then she said, tell them whatever you need to tell them, because me and you know the real reason why we broke up. We already know. You can say whatever you want to say, but we know. I just think that at the point that I first heard this song, it's funny how music can speak to us. I also really love the outro too. Okay, Mother Earth. That song kind of makes me want to cry. Weaker Girl and Mother Earth back to back is just my favorite moment in the entire project. Especially the transition from Weaker Girl to Mother Earth. Oh my god. I already love the song by the title. And then the acoustic guitar set in and I was like, fuck yeah. This is This is for me. Her freaking voice though. I think that in this song it's the best that she sounds in the album. Ooh, and that cinematicness of the song. If cinematicness is a word, it kind of gave me chills. I felt like I was ascending. I love songs like this where it's very intimate, but there's those moments of a cinematic ass buildup that I just love. It's like the cherry on top in certain songs for me. Like, I don't need that in every single song that I hear, of course. But when it happens, it's amazing. It's just like this and Cleo Soul's Why Don't You that make me feel this way. Just a stunning song. Judas, I really love Judas. It was another shock for me in terms of production. Deeper voice is absolutely perfect on this song. I think the dark pop trap vibe just set in really well with Banks, so I was very much into it. Haunt had me like, damn, my favorites list is crazy. And then the harmonizing with the male voice that's there, everything that I needed and more. The harmonies and the clapping in the song just tickled my ear. It was great. And then I wrote down, I love how Banks constantly shocked me in terms of sound and the different sprinkles of genre within the album. A lot of things took me off guard in the best way, but it didn't feel like whiplash. It didn't feel all over the place. It didn't feel non-consistent or messy. It was very much consistent, which I think more bonus points for the album's amazingness, because I like that sort of versatility where it's not super messy and it still feels cohesive. Poltergeist, another one, thank you. All my favorites. I smell a clown looking goofy dressed up as a native. What a read. Holy shit. Whoever she's talking about in that line can't come back from that. I'm sorry. But the way she said goofy was like insult to injury to me, because she said goofy. And that it almost took me out. But overall, very catchy song. To the Hilt, the point at where To the Hilt came up in the album as far as the track listing goes was very nice. I think that this was a good time for a slower type of song. I'm not gonna lie to you, ballads are usually hit or miss for me. I'm a mid-tempo girly. I like mid-tempo songs, but when it comes to strictly ballads, I feel like they can throw off the energy in an album. I will be honest and say that this did not do that for me. Like, it didn't throw off the energy at all. But like I was saying before, I think the way that the track listing was arranged did a song like this a favor. And it feels like that very much breakup confession song where it's just like, okay, here are the reasons why I'm actually mad at you, and this is how I feel about where we stand and everything in the relationship. 27 Hours. If you have not heard this song ever at all, listen to it with headphones. There were some amazing things going on the left side of my ear. I love things like that. The song was explosive in the best way. It felt like a ride. It felt like a journey. The production was beautiful. I immediately favorited the song. Absolutely loved the way that she sung Since We Even Saw the Sun. The song is that epic closer that you need, and I feel like it did a great job at ending the album. But overall, did this album seriously come out in 2016? It does not sound dated at all. I like the fact that there were no features in the album. It gave me personally a really good chance to get to know Banks through this whole experience, which it had me like, I'm very sorry, I wasn't very familiar with your game. This was right up my alley though. Edgy R&B elements, trap, alternative, electro, trap, pop of it all. It was an amazing experience to go through. Like I said, I think I've listened to this about a good 3 or 4 times since I've heard the album. So thank you so much, Moo, for your suggestion, because I love this album and I'm gonna listen to more Banks. Banks is added on my list because I definitely want to check out more. I'm really glad that this was suggested to me. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.